Hello, my name is Aja Haywood. I'm here with Teens Media Network, and we're representing youth voices and youth creators. Today, I'm here with Sook Yin-Lee, the director of Paying for It. So, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Yeah,
And
really enjoying myself here.
yeah, what has been going through your head as you've been premiering your film throughout the festival?
I was really excited to arrive, and I didn't know what I was walking into. I just had been invited over email, and I was like, "All right, let's go." And then so I got onto a plane and landed in a very hot city, and there was a highway, and kind of like it was very quiet in this area, and I was in my hotel room, and then I walked out and I walked across the way, and suddenly there's this whole life inside the Austin Film Society, and seeing the Austin Asian American Film Festival. The team is amazing, and like we're in this hub, this sort of ecosystem of like exciting cinema and lively, passion and joy. It's really so sweet, and I've loved, right from the get go. Laura, she works with the festival team. She picked me up, and she was super chill, and it was right away so comfortable, and the team is great.
I feel like you heard the opportunity, you jumped on it, and it ended up being an amazing experience. So, would you like people that want to take risks, people that are young and creative? Advice would you give for them?
I'd say you only live once, and even though you're young, life goes by in a second. So okay, I understand being safe and making sure that you got all your things that you need and want and make you feel comfortable around you. But sometimes if you get that urge to like just go somewhere and do something and go on an adventure, do it. It's gonna be it jogs you out of the daily ritual, daily routine. It gets your brain thinking because like when you land in a different place, you have to problem solve. It's not so easy. You have to deal with different temperature, different layout. You get lost, and that is a great thing about getting lost and finding your way.
I love that. I love your energy because I have looked into your film, Paying for It, and I was like, oh, this is so interesting, and I would love like to. I haven't been able to watch it, but I would love
Oh, is
to.
that?
Your movie is about kind of like polyamorous relationships or open relationships and paying for sex work, and I just had a. It was just interesting to me. What has the movie taught you about relationships and partnership?
Yeah. So paying for it really looks at myriad manifestations of love. Uh, there's you know standard romantic monogamy, possessive monogamy. There's polyamory. There's paying for sex. There is love for one's friends who are other animals. The unconditional love that one character has for her friend Mo, who's a little dog. In my life, it was a cat named Oscar, and also looks at self love. One of the characters, Sunny, very readily throws herself in search of love and learns that she has to kind of like put that on hold and nurture self love. So, very many different manifestations of love and care. I think that his love stories has been at the heart of every single movie that I've made because it is a conundrum. It's one of those things where, you know, I would love to be less jealous. I would love to love unconditionally. And I think that's the aim. And I think it is absolutely possible. And I think it really, in every moment, there is the possibility to enact that and to try it out. For me, it was like working with my team, putting together a team of people that I loved and trusted, working together, sometimes getting into debates and arguments, but hearing one another out and keeping an eye on the prize to make a great movie. So I really am enamored by my team. I've seen the movie hundreds of times, touring it across Canada to Germany, Buenos Aires, Argentina, and now in the beginning, the United States. This is the second time it's screened in the States, and it opens in the fall in America. And I just think each time I see it, I just love it so much because I see everybody's good work. There's some filmmakers, they see their movie and they see the mistakes. I don't see the mistakes. I see the care that everybody put into it. And that buoys my spirit and shows me that the possibility of creating something together and that we care about is really absolutely possible.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm learning so much from you. Thank you. Just like, what is that process like of touring your movie that you made around?
Yeah, it's been an incredible time. The movie is very warm-hearted. It's a comedy drama. It's derived from real life. It's an adaptation of my best friend Chester Brown's graphic novel that sort of was a comic book memoir of his time paying for sex in Toronto in the late '90s. It's a really amazing story about the lack of rights that sex workers have to operate under that put them in harm's way. And to me, when I saw it, it had everything to do with labor rights and queer liberation. Chester was very particular about the parallels between the struggle for queer liberation and the struggle for sex workers to have rights. And so, we see in Belgium 2 years ago they decriminalized sex work, and two months ago they gave sex workers all the rights that any of their job has. So, leaves of absence, childcare, medical. That's progress. And yet, at the same time, in America and now slowly in Canada, the human rights that we take for granted and enjoy are being struck and ebbed away from us. Who would have thought that we would have lost our reproductive rights? This is unfathomable. So, it took a while for me to adapt the movie and get it right on the page. It took, the better part of a decade. But it came out at the right time because it really talks about human rights with people in the Q&As afterwards. So I think it's really top of mind for so many people. And it's something that we have to continue to fight for and defend and support one another, because these alliances make a lot of we're better together through alliance than fighting one another, and this is what it's going to really require, especially now. So it's an exciting time in the world. It's a very difficult time in the world, which is usually a good time to make art.
Yes.
And yeah, so we just keep doing it.
I love your message. It's so important. It's so awesome. One last question. With the culture now we have, dating culture, dating app culture,
Yeah.
what is one tidbit you give for someone to keep with them as they go and try to date and try to find connection and find that unconditional love?
Yeah, that's so tough. Myself,
One little thing.
it's like I've never gone on social media to date, because, well, in Canada I'm quite well known, and you have to always like put your face and stuff. It'd be just really weird if somebody's like, oh, there's Sook Yin from,
Yeah.
so like that's weird. So I never did, and also I'm really really shy in that regard. So I just couldn't do that. So I do find it difficult, the swipe mentality. I mean, it's really whets the appetite to go, oh, I can like upgrade. Everyone's all over
You think
technology is
people
about
should delete their
upgrading.
apps?
Maybe so. Maybe go out and meet people, or join a club, like a paddling club. I don't know, like a pottery club. Like, think about like your own things that you like, and maybe find a club that or a group that gets together. And sometimes I've met people through happenstance. You know, just chance meetings on the bus, or at a karaoke night, and striking up a good conversation with someone. So I think maybe you know in person is great in real life. Although, a lot of people have had success online, so I just haven't experienced that before. But I think really start from a place of care for oneself, for yourself, and then caring for others, and I think the rest will follow.
Great. Thank you so much for talking with me. I really enjoyed this experience, and I feel like I've got some new information, and so I'm really happy that.
That's
Thank you
awesome.
so
Thank
much.
you.